Venus.
Oh,
Ay,
okay.
nahirapan nata sila sa Estes eh.
Okay, speaking of Venus, speaking of Estes, kung maaalala natin dati, nabanggit mo from before na yung isa sa mga teams na sa tingin mo ay nanghina from the previous ones ay ang Blacklist International. This time, Blacklist International ang currently na nasa match point and your former team, BREN Esports, is still yet to score a game. Ano sa tingin mo? Bumalik na ba ang lakas ng Blacklist?
Siguro. Kasi 2-0 eh. Ang akala ng iba, mati 3-0 ng Bren. Di pala.
Okay. Again, that is very well much an answer. But again, para sa iyong mga dating mga kakampi, si Flap TZ and si Few, na kani-kanina lang ay nakita natin, they were the pillars of offensive defense. Anong masasabi mo sa BREN Esports for them to hopefully bounce back in this series?
Sa masasabi ko sa Bren, galingan nyo, kayang-kaya niyan. Flap, malaki tiwala ako sa iyo ah.
The trust is there. Galing sa Dr. Ribo. Maraming salamat. Let us throw it over to Mara Aquino.
Hindi lang ang ating laban ang world class, pati na rin ang ating guest. We have an action star right here. You know him as Jardani, also known as John Wick. It's so nice to have you here. Kamusta ka?
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you have here with you? Are you here by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, I see here that you have your dog who you love so much. So, ngayon, sa tingin mo ba makakabawi yung BREN sa laban natin ngayon?
Yeah.
Okay, pero para naman yung Blacklist, they're doing so well. Do you think na mataas yung chance nila na manalo? Isa na lang kailangan nila.
Yeah.
Are you having fun dito sa playoffs?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so ano pa yung dinala mo ngayon? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oy, Carl, rock hard, be careful. Tumaas yung dog. Alright, now, magsisimula na ang... Please don't raise that up, it's making me nervous. I know, we know what you could do with a pencil. Now, magsisimula na yung laban natin. Usually ginagawa ko to sa ating mga guests. Pwede bang i-throw natin sa casters? Alam mo na, yung casters pasok. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, I got...
All right. I think I got it recovered just in time. Welcome back to the desk. And after an intense game that we saw between two of the world's greatest, delivering one of the greatest of all time, it was nice to reset a bit, get a bit of laugh in, but yeah.
Yeah. Man, I was legit scared for Rockhart. You said what? He's in danger in more ways than one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Carl was thinking, man.
The dog went into alert mode eventually. Yo. I thought that dog was asleep.
Yeah.
But he got up the moment Rockhart put his
Apparently
hands
not.
on John Wick.
Apparently not.
All right, if you want to get your hands on something, it better has to be the Moonlit Ninja skin of Hanabi. Join the Moonlit Wish Draw and stand a chance to get it. You can enjoy a 50% discount, 50% off for the first 10 pulls of it. All right? The Hanabi Moonlit Ninja skin is beautiful. I don't use Hanabi, but I'm one of those people who are willing to spend on skins for heroes I don't even want to use. So when you use your, the discount will not be applied when you use All-Star Promo Diamonds and Moonlit Wish tokens, by the way. The draw event will last until May 8. You can see, you saw a member of the crowd there behind me. This is what you're missing out on when you don't come here to the SMX Convention Center. We have people from all over the world flying into the Philippines for epic Mobile Legends Bang Bang action.
I was afraid Baba Yaga was gonna come get me.
Yeah.
No, Baba Yaga ain't here.
Yeah. I mean, you know, he's very sneaky. He has his own ways. By the way, big shout out to the dog. I mean, that's a very cute dog, but a very alert one.
It's a
very
good
alert
girl or boy.
Yeah, I am staying away from that dog. Not because I have any bad intentions towards John Wick, but more of just like, I wouldn't be able to stop myself from hugging and cuddling it. Now let's go on over to the draft. Blacklist International versus BREN Esports. Our lot is the no-no here for Blacklist. They don't want to give it to Flap TZ.
Well, what I noticed from BREN Esports, all smiles. We're still very confident. I'm sure Ducky's just cheering up everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Always the fun guy, I would say.
Ducky.
Easy or easy.
Ducky and the Doc. They heard
Yeah.
words from the Doc.
Yeah, for sure.
Ducky has to be like one of the funniest coaches of all time. Especially if, I mean, we can't say what they say, but I've had the pleasure to listen to team comms. And during the draft, Coach Ducky does a really great job of, other than just drafting, keeping the spirits up of BREN Esports. Sometimes at the expense of another BREN Esports member for a light roasting, but you know, they're all close, so it all works out well for them.
He likes them ribbon, man. That's a special relationship he has with his squad. Looking at the way the draft is unfolding, it looks like BREN Esports now on the blue side have changed their priorities as well. No longer will we try to stop Abunjing. Instead, it looks like they're saying, yeah, we can't stop him. He's just
Yeah.
going to play the way he will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that is actually a confirmed ban on the eve, I think that it's a step in the right direction for BREN Esports. I mean, we did predict that it will be the priority for game number 2, and it was, and to many big, great effects, right? But for BREN Esports, apart from taking out the comfort heroes for Blacklist International, I think that they should be going back to their own comforts as well. We don't like the fact that they're trying to surely I mean Hayabusa is a comfort pick, but we know for sure that that is not a hero against an Estes. Definitely not, right?
So to take away the Faramis, could be a first pick glue here option for BREN Esports or the Valentina.
They're setting it up.
They're setting it up. I love this Eve ban.
Joy?
Best picks for Yuil leaves the Valentina, the Farsa,
Yeah.
and even the Savior for him.
Joy is open
Oh,
because of
yeah, it
this.
would be a great pick. Oh, you also don't want to give that to Edward.
Is it
Yeah.
J&G? The J&G are open.
I think you, for the purpose of not giving it to Blacklist, you just pick it up. I don't see a world where BREN Esports lets it go, right? Especially in the absence of the Kaja. You don't want that to happen.
Yep.
But that means that Blacklist will have another strong hero in the glue. All right. So do you go glue Fredrin in this comp for Blacklist?
I'm thinking Valentina glue.
Valentina glue.
There's one half of it.
Yeah. Okay. So Valentina.
There's all of it.
Yep. There's. Now, if you're BREN Esports, how do you counter this glue without the Faramis? Do you take the Fredrin this time, or maybe not? That's not a BREN thing, right? So maybe you take Carry actually, and then a supporting hero, maybe Carry and Lolita, in fact, for BREN Esports.
Yeah, I was wondering, what's up with the whole let's leave Ogwen to the last phase?
Yeah.
It seems like they're putting a lot of pressure on the young
I agree.
Onigo, the younger Onigo, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, wow.
Oh, think of the Fred. Right
Should
away.
not have second guessed myself. So do you go Fredrin and Fredrin Carry? I think should be the answer, right?
Yeah.
They need damage.
I've been waiting for
Okay, Fredrin Carry. It's all normal.
All right, so there's a good chunk of their damage already on
For sure.
board. Good chunk of peel as well.
Yeah. Maybe if you're Blacklist International, you're considering either the Brody or the Estes. Both heroes are going to be good versus the comp of BREN Esports for sure. So what you get from getting the Brody right now is that it will not be banned out, and you have that chance to kind of get back to the form where you will now have the Estes. Now, for Blacklist International, they might even consider the Estes to be picked up like right now, because you're not worried about something like a Claude or an Assassin, right? You're okay with whatever you have right now. So I think that either Estes or Brody.
In game two, they went for an early Estes, but it looks like they understand that there's only so many bans BREN Esports has. So yeah, they'll pick up the Claude here.
Wow.
And yeah, because of this whole Ogwen dynamic I've mentioned, it looks like Oh My Venus is also just as comfortable now.
Yeah.
At the same time, we have to consider that this Joy pick is a massive flex. I wouldn't discount it potentially going into the mid lane in the hands
Yeah.
of few.
It's a double flex.
That's
Triple
right.
even.
That's
Could go in the jungle. Maybe could even go to
No.
the...
right.
Also because of the Fredrin. That can
Oh,
also
the friend,
flex.
yeah, that double flex. Yeah, that's also
That's
true.
right, yeah.
The multiple layers of flexibility, just like a yoga master right now. That's
Yep.
what BREN Esports is playing out in this draft.
So if Ducky is a weightlifting master, is Coach Ren, the yoga master.
That makes sense.
we
Like
can
two
ask.
different schools of fitness.
Yeah.
You can ask.
Okay. Oh, good ban from BREN Esports. Maybe something like a Baksha as their next set of ban. I'll not be surprised if Blacklist actually bans out the, well, Kufra. It's going to be the second best thing to counter Claude. Grok is a hero that can also be considered again by BREN Esports. This time I would agree that it could be a good pickup, but the presence of this Valentina always threatens for that spot. When there's a Valentina, you always second guess picking up the Grok.
That's a ouchies, man.
Yep.
Given Yue a wild charge,
Yeah.
we've seen this, and it doesn't spell any good results for the opponent.
Actually got to cross paths with the members of Blacklist International backstage after game number 2, and it seems like that was something that Yue has been preparing for in different ways.
Oh,
Being
good
able
ban.
to use a wild charge as a Valentina.
Yeah. Good ban coming out of BREN Esports. Honestly, Blacklist, they can just pick up the... Well, there's the Lolita. We did say. There could be a chance, there could be a word where the Lancelot is the last pick here for Blacklist.
Yep.
And,
Lancelot or Baksha.
Yeah, but Baksha is like the more standard one, I would say.
Yep.
It's the safest pick. That means that BREN Esports will now have to find a way to kind of cancel this Lolita. What else do you pick? There is Atlas, however.
Yeah.
BREN Esports.
So thinking too, but do you really want to give that to the Valentina?
Yeah.
Now with 2 setup ultimates on the side of
Exactly.
Blacklist?
So
Risky.
maybe something like a Cho.
Joe might
And
be...
then we're going to be looking for a mid. The Farsa is still available.
Unless the Joy becomes.
Oh,
it also,
Julian could be good.
Oh, yeah.
This could be a good Julian game for few.
oh. So
I
that'll
like it.
mean
I agree.
the flex. Yeah, I mean all illusions just vanish from here.
Oh, what?
No way.
They really
Are
want
they
to make this floor.
Are they throwing it back to game 1 and then just reiterating? Look, like, it looks like it. They have better peel now.
Yeah.
They have the right kind of damage that they want.
So it's a readjusted game number 1 draft
What
for BREN
is
Esports. But
this?
But I'd still say it's risky.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
risky.
risky.
We're not used to seeing it. It's one of the reasons why we're saying that it's risky. We're not used to seeing BREN play
Yeah.
like this.
Baksha is, I think Baksha is good. Honestly, Lancelot looks like a prime target, but there's a chance that they pick up something like a Guinevere for Blacklist International.
Yeah,
There's always that Alice, which, by the way, is decent in this comp.
that would be great. Because then that funnels a lot of pressure onto that carry to deal damage. No, it's a Farsa. It's a Valentina jungle.
Okay.
All right. Throw
Kill.
it back to season 10.
All right, kill them with damage. Blacklist International, that's the decision. You pick up the Valentina, so much potential for DPS, and the Farsa really just complements well because what you wanted to do is to burst out the members of BREN before the Florin damage, Florin healing comes in.
Yeah. And the Valentina made sense to me. You posed the Baksha as an option. I also thought about it, but then I remember the Florence there, the anti healing that she can dish out. Would have made the Baksha a little bit less useful.
Right.
So the Valentina jungle against this lineup of BREN Esports. Now the thing is, it feels like they drafted this, and what I'm gonna be looking at is again their priority rotations into the XP lane, and their invasion of the jungle, because this Valentina jungle we know is built with damage. Sometimes Wise goes hybrid.
50-50.
50-50. But the lineup the Blacklist drafted, it isn't just for the late game just because they have the Claude. Because they have the Valentina and Farsa, it could be an even quicker game here for Blacklist if they play their cards right.
Yep, oddly enough, a mage jungle that snowballs. So
Yeah.
Wise is going to have to play like an assassin here and then again live in Kyle TZ's jungle. We'll see if that's the case here.
What do we get from this join the mid lane, right? Damage for sure, like killing factor onto like the squishy targets. Like the decision for Blacklist to get back to the Farsa is good when it comes to their damage output, but it also brings them back to the point where the Lapu Lapu and the Joy will have a good time like picking up a very important target out to the backside. And it's not like, oh, my Venus can prevent that from happening. Lolita is not well equipped to kind of stop the Joy or the Lapu Lapu.
Neither of them. So I guess that's what BREN was thinking. Now that we're talking about it out loud, they want to overload their choices.
Yeah.
Feels like it might take Few some time to farm up well, because he's being dealt with in the mid lane really well by Blacklist International. It might be some time before we really feel the damage coming out of that Joy.
And now, think about this. If top lane is being pressured, as Blacklist has done since game 1, and then mid as well, where does that leave BREN Sports? Where do they find the farm? Where do they find the XP?
Yeah, that is the question for them right now.
Oh.
It's up to Super Marco to do well in lane.
Spot out the king of the jungle here. Wise able to dash again, I guess. We're forgetting how mobile a jungle Valentina really is with all those dashes. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Agent Zero, he does have the split, so he's fine.
That was a good read by BREN Esports, by the way.
Oh, another engagement in mid. Oh my Venus, but about half her health. Turtle already spawned.
Oh, level 4 available for a few. He pressured all my Venus in there. I think you want to prevent this Lolita from also getting the ultimate up, but instead Blacklist will just try to team fight around this turtle. Wait for for Wise to be up. He's level 5 right now, and they are just resetting the turtle. Smart decision from Blacklist. Few with the ultimate though.
Popped it already, just clearing waves quick. I guess this is to help buy time for Coyotes to take that orange and make a beeline for the turtle.
For sure.
Now here, both teams for the turtle. Edward providing vision for Blacklist. Few in position, looking for Yue. Not going to be able to land the stun. It's 4 versus 3 with how it looks like in the map right now for both of these teams.
Still no ult for this Joy. Oh, there you go. Popped it up. Edward at half health. Coyotes keeping the turtle where it needs to be. Oh, Abunjing very low. Is he going to get finished off? Uses that flicker. Flapteasy with the BF drawing a line between the members of Blacklist and this turtle. BREN secures it.
Okay, this time BREN Esports have found a way to troubleshoot Blacklist International. Edward was a problem in the first 2 games. This time, when he showed up, they just literally brought everything down and just give it to Edward just so that they will have better positioning around the turtle.
Oh, better strike used in by Yue, cancelled by that taunt. In comes Few. So far, it looks like BREN Esports. I might be saying this too soon, but they've taken all their lessons from game 1 and 2 and have executed just as quickly.
It's not too soon. You can see it already. He showcased it. Now they're the ones being aggressive doing the invading.
Look at
Here we go, Wise at half health. Owl can't do much. In comes Flap. Oh, no one home. And Coyote tries to taunt the gold laner from Blacks International. Flapteasy and Few very low. There's the heal, the bloom from Ogwin. Cancelled out the Numenon Blast. And here comes the cavalry. Oh, and a Appraiser's Wrath, and a split, and a pull from Agent Zero. Coyote's gonna bite it here. First blood drawn by Yue.
Oh. BREN Esports overheating in that moment, overstayed for sure. And after the fact that Flapteasy already missed the first proc of the Bravest Warrior, maybe you consider BREN Esports just to get back. He won't have enough damage for that. And surely he had to use the flicker to connect onto Owl once again, but Owl and Yue survived. Yeah. So many red flags already for BREN Esports, but they still kept on pushing.
Yeah, and Wise too, he was able to get it. And at the same time, it felt like BREN, that felt like a team fight that, if it went well, would have been great, but Flap might get caught out by Yue.
Oh, using the shields of that ult to maximum efficiency. A close call, but Wise wants to finish the job. Not going to be able to catch him. And now it's Edward. Agent Zero is in trouble. There's a split. Oh, he's going to survive.
What an answer by Few to deal with Edward. And as I was mentioning earlier, it's like BREN conditioned Blacklist.
Oh,
what?
I spoke too soon. Oh, the idol of my kids. That's why he's been here since day 1.
Big advantage here for BREN Esports in this turtle fight.
And Blacklist on the scene. This is a 5v4. Few at half health.
Oh.
He's gonna get blasted. There's the bloom and the vengeance. Owl very low. Coyote gets a shield for the rest of BREN Esports. Wise gonna get out of here with a Cyclone Eye. He has a love-hate relationship with that one. And now Coyote comes in. The BF and the Appraiser's Wrath. 2 go straight down. BREN Esports. Wow. Massive win.
Massive. And this time you can see the plume in full fruition. Game number 1, forget about it. Ogwin did not have great ultimates in game number 1, but this time he did. And the stunts as well, connecting coming out from Ogwin. BREN Esports are now showing up, really troubleshooting from what happened in games number 1 and 2, learning all the way through. Few now in the zone.
Oh, Mr. Arcangel is in the building. He's playing footsies with 3 members of Blacklist. That's how much BREN is making the most of this nearly 3K gold lead. Blacklist are shrinking it though. They're making a bit of bank. At least that's one thing that they can hold on to. At least Wise's farm is still Wise's farm.
You see him farming comfortably there alongside Al. Al trying to go for the poke and chase. Map open up for BREN Esports. 2 turtles, 2 turrets broken by BREN. Blacklist, no major objective secured just yet. Gold laners have switched lanes. 47 seconds until the next turtle spawns. Will Blacklist try to go for a major sequence here? Seems like the answer might be yes. Let's see if they'll try to force something to break a tower elsewhere in the map before the turtle.
Now, finally, in this best of 5 series, BREN Esports is in control.
Oh. And as they are in control, Wolf, they pull the trigger. They come on in, engage, force out an early split from Edward. And just like that, oh, spotted! And there's an Aluminum Blast on the 1. An RWM not in check. The Eve was banned out. That was actually a feathered airstrike. And just like that, Ogwin gets popped. And in the backline, Wise! Forcing out the Vengeance. Could have gotten a kill. Edward very low, knocked up.
Sidestep.
At a third of his health. Here comes Flapteasy. Throwing out those dual blades. Blacklist is fine.
Oh, they're going to be fine. But, of course, BREN Esports will have control of the turtle. Now, all the while that's happening, this is a game where Super Marco is, with his signature carry, was one of his highest win rate heroes in Season 10. And also, this time, he is farming a lot. Unlike in games number 1 and 2, where Blacklist were able to just find where the drafting pattern was for Super Marco. And all of the things that made it difficult for BREN Esports in games 1 and 2, they already stopped that from happening.
BREN Esports Super Marco was the carry before carry became popular yet again. At one point in MPL Philippines Season 10, he had a stat line of 20+ kills, 14 to 17 assists, 0 deaths as a carry across multiple games. Comfort, it's an understatement in the hands of Super Marco with this hero. Now Ogwen is a target of Blacklist.
That's 4 members of Blacks International that Ogwen was fending off. He was checking that bush, and indeed, there were. Now, in mid, it looks like this seems to be the next play for BREN Esports before they make a official push for the Lord. Ogwen and Kyle TZ coming in with Flap as well, with the BF! Aluminum Blast keeps him in, but it's going to be too late. The Queen can't save the King of the Jungle this time around. Now Yue gets caught out by an Appraiser's Wrath. Down he goes, 2 down already for Blacks International. BREN Esports going to force the issue. They're going to let Agent Zero and the Queen go. And just as we speak, Few has been pushing up top.
Owl exposes himself. You have to be careful about this. But my oh my, what a jump coming out from BREN. And the Appraiser's Wrath from Kyle TZ.
This is looking like a BREN tempo game.
Surely.
A BREN tempo rotation. Now in the zone, in control. What else can they do here? As they've broken another turret. The map of Blacklist shrinks by the minute.
This is definitely what BREN Esports have planned for, right? When we saw game number 1, they picked up a hero that the Florin, I mean, but they didn't have a hero that kind of is activated by the Florin. This time with the Frederick in front, right, from the jungler's perspective. You have a hero that can actually soak the damage and live through it so that when he's healed up, eventually BREN Esports already burned out so many utilities from Blacklist International. And this, you can see it, right? Even after the Numinum Blast, there's no supplement that BREN Esports cannot sustain through.
Oh, wow. Few went 3v1 and put Wise down to a 4th, maybe even a 5th. That's how far ahead BREN Esports is, as the rest of BREN were taking the Lord. Wolf, you were saying.
Yeah, it's you can definitely see that he is activated. In game number 1, Few didn't have a good time because he had to sustain for his team as well. But now he is playing solo, right? The way that he wanted to play it. This time the Cal TZ special is a Fredrin, which we know that it's not his signature pick, but he's playing so well.
Yeah, almost a 2,000 gold lead for the gold laner of BREN Esports. Al coming from behind. The entirety of Blacklist International behind as BREN Esports marches forward up top.
Top lane gonna get barreled on through, popping that holy shield. Speaking of shield, Oh My Venus trying to stop this siege from happening. And it looks like it's mission accomplished for the Code Breakers. They will stop BREN Esports from knocking down their inhibitors.
All right. As BREN Esports continues to play forward, incredibly aggressive. And as I say so, it looks like they might set up for another play here. Will they pull the trigger is the big question.
Keep an eye out for Flapteasy. We usually expect it from Ogwin, but he's on the floor and right now. Oh, Marco already showed himself. Wise, he really needs this. He desperately needs his buff, man. He hasn't gotten one in the past minute. There you go. A little bit of breathing room for Blacklist.
Now,
I'm thinking of ways for Blacklist International to come back. You can argue that this Cloud will have enough damage in the latter portions of the game. And he's not also a marksman that is that concerned about the Lapu-Lapu initiations. Surely that will be a problem. But another layer that Blacklist International needs to activate is Yue. This time the Farsa. We already criticized this pick coming from Blacklist that there's a lot of counters already to this hero. But he plays a very, very important role, and that role is damage. Right? He needs to deal the damage for the entirety of Blacklist International to finish through. Maybe if he is going to go for that sacrificial route where he pops his feathered airstrike and he's fine to be taken out by BREN, as long as he already did his job, it's going to be okay. So that might be the option here for Blacklist International.
conditions set for a potential comeback for Blacklist. Can they meet it? As BREN still continues the aggressive play. Oh, few clearing up top and an invade by BREN down bottom.
Coyote has started to live inside Wise's jungle. That's right, the last orange buff that Wise got was one of the few that he actually got his hands on in this game 3.
It's rent-free.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah.
My house now.
My house now.
Let's see if Wise can kick him out.
By the way, Few opted to go for the early Blood Wings after it is his third item. That's the way he plays. He plays so aggressively to the backlines. He wants to make it so that both Yue and Wise will not be safe while he is safe.
I just need to point out that little thing there that was happening in the orange buff. That looked like that was supposed to go to the hands of Owl, actually, on the Claude. Because Wise stepped away from the orange buff to secure it for the Claude.
And
but
he still ticked it.
He still ticked it because of the passive of the jungler effects for objectives. So, well, Wise gets a buff, but that wasn't the plan.
Might not be what they needed.
Yeah, might not be what they needed, exactly.
Yep. Owl here a little too deep. BMI on out. He's going to be safe. BREN Sports going to play this the old-fashioned way. Going to trust the process, sink the waves, and have this Luminous Lord crash in up top.
You mentioned trust the process. That's been the entire story of BREN Sports.
I agree.
Since their downfall in Season 8.
For 2 years now.
2 years in counting of trusting the process.
Well worth it, man.
Oh, Luminal Blast by Oh My Venus coming in from the side lane.
Wow.
With the flicker engaged, but no dice. The Queen is going to fall within a Brazer's Wrath. Lord going to crash in up top, and down goes the gold laner, the gold medalist Owl. And just like that, NT for Blacklist in that engagement, but BREN is inside your base. And Wise is going to go down. Few takes him down. Mid is going to crash in as well. The Lord is still up. There's waves here. Agent Zero gets popped. Few gets 2K. Ladies and gentlemen, BREN Sports is on the board.
We reset from one of the greatest games of all time to a turnaround. No